I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm sorry if I look like crap. Dude, you sound awful. I sound like crap, but man flu, it's a thing. It is a thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. The intro for this video is going to be a little bit all over the place, guys, because I don't have a vehicle that is big enough. I thought I did. And I don't have a vehicle that's big enough for these tyres. And Rhino sent them to me, and I said I would do video, and they was asking me where the video was. They didn't tell me to hurry up, but I started to get anxious that they worried about me getting the video out in time for it to be useful to them. And I don't really want to be caught in that trap. But I thought I would share this with you. There's some footage coming up in this video of Gladys running without her body because she just can't use her steering because they're so big. I mean, they're 575s, guys. They are a big tyre, but there's some footage of Gladys doing the things with these. What just happened? What just happened is what was going through my brain. Nothing has done the impossible climb like these, and you're going to see that in a minute. First of all, we're going to run through some important details that I don't think you want to miss. So please enjoy the video and let me know what you think. I'm going to have links to these in the description below the video, guys. If you want to save, don't watch the video, just click on the link and go and buy a set. It's my promise to you, although these were sent to me, it's my promise to you, you will not be disappointed. I don't have a huge sample size to compare these to, so I don't know how good the other tyres are out there, but these are probably, well, no, they are the best tyres I've ever used, and the second best tyre I've ever used is the 1.9. I'm not even sure the 1.9s aren't as good. But the 1.9s are going to be coming with this tread pattern. So anyway, please watch the rest of the video. Hit the thumbs up because it really helps us for the algorithm. I really appreciate you. You are going to love these. That is my promise, the RC family promise, that hopefully one day will mean something. If these were crap, even though they were sent to me for just the cost of shipping, I would tell you, guys, these are crap. They're not. They are so good. They are so good. They come with a 2 dual stage foam included, so you don't have to go out and buy expensive dual stage foams or 3D printed inserts. Maybe to optimise you could, but I'm going to say for the right rig, they're just going to get them out of the box, mount them on the wheels, go choose the line you want, and then do it. So here we are. This video will actually be featuring in the Revolt chassis build, but this is also going to be its own video as well. I'm going to be tyre testing the Moza 2.2. Now we've already done an impossible climb. These are so sticky that the sticker stuck itself to that. Right, we might just have to find a home for that. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Out of shot, I am affixing this to the build box for which it resides. If that makes sense in any way, shape or form. I'll roll in a photograph of it so you don't miss out on that sticker placement, because I know that's what you guys are into. Right, so here we have the Moza 2.2, and there's the dual stage foams. They feel okay. They feel really okay. We are going to be fitting them to the Amazon Carbons, because this is going to be as light a build as I can build without spending stupendous amounts of money. We are going to be fitting a weighted hub in there. So the SLW will be removed and replaced with a as similar weighted hub as possible. We might do that in this video, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know you just remove those 6 screws, put the weighted hub in and button her up, and then you just use it exactly the same exactly the same way as you would. Not exactly the same wood, because that wouldn't make sense. If these 2.2s perform anywhere near as well, and it is possible they could massively outperform the 1.9s, I'm going to be a very, very happy bunny, because the 1.9s on the impossible climb on a completely unoptimized rig. Is there a better way of saying unoptimized? Doesn't seem like that would be the optimal way of expressing that thought. Interestingly, I was speaking with Revolt this morning, Mr. Irwin over at Revolt, and he's just designed an insert for the 1.9 that locks into this bead. So a 3D printed insert that locks specifically into these Amazon carbon bead locks, and it locks itself in. And his inserts between the second stage and the first stage is a dish shape like that, that also makes sure that the first and second stage don't slide. So if you were to be using his inserts on a set of these wheels, you would get absolutely no sliding around at all. And I don't know if it's my OCD or whether it really matters, but I don't like it. I don't like looking down and seeing one tyre, you know, or one tyre and insert combo facing in a lot more than the other one. I just don't like it. So these foams aren't optimized for this, but out before this video started, I mounted the other 3, and I can tell you that they mount okay in spite of that. Really nice defined bead, and while we will wrestle with it a little bit, I didn't use muscle. I didn't use bubble juice to mount these. So that's nice. We just kind of went round and asked the bead to get out of the way for the back first on this particular design. Seems to be a good way to do it, and there's a good bit of space behind the catch point for the lip for that foam to not be a pain in the floof. So we're just gonna try and squish that foam down as much as possible around the edge. Sorry if it's bouncing the camera around. And then what we're going to do, this is always harder to do with the camera in front of me, so I apologise if I get louder, because I'm getting closer to the microphone. And yeah, I apologise. I think that's the correct and polite thing to do. And people always used to remark, what a polite young man your son is, Mr. and Mrs. Barnard. Very polite. And then I had lots and lots of problems. People pleasing and all sorts, at the detriment of my progress as a human. But that's another story. So what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get this first screw to bite. I want just like half a thread. There we go. Maybe that was a whole thread. So this set of wheels and tyres is going on my Revolt build, which I've been chomping at the bit to get to work on, but we had to wait for the axles to arrive, which did I do a Stewie Griffin there? Which, not which, but which. Oh, that's why we're a long way off. Let's just give this a little bit of a over. There we go. Yeah, which took a while to come. Not because the service was terrible, but just because we didn't have any money. And AliExpress has chose to make the payments late from the affiliate marketing. By the way, thank you to anybody, all and anyone that is using my affiliate links for stuff. We managed to accrue $100 in our first month as an AliExpress affiliate. And that's $100 worth of parts. May seem like an insignificant amount. You know, I'm not going to order my new Tesla. Don't know if I'd buy a Tesla. But yeah, I'm not going to order a new car off of it. But like, you know, 100 quid or $100, I'm just trying to think. So I could order a Fusion or what's going in this build is the secure ESC and motor combo, or I could order, I think I could get like a Rhino ESC for that sort of money. ESC and motor combo, maybe. A Rhino might be a little bit more expensive, but we could certainly get some RC parts. So I just want to let you know that I appreciate you for using my links. If you're ever buying any, oh, just blink the camera. If you're ever buying anything on AliExpress and you want to, you could log into one of my videos, use my link to go over to the site. If you're not interested in the item that link was for, you could then purchase your stuff. I keep bonking the camera. I need a better setup for this, guys. Like, I have claustrophobia. And, oh no, I'm bonking the cameras because I'm trying to do it. Yeah, it's just, that's not an optimal camera position for this. I need something that mounts the camera, like, so that the camera arm comes in from the top. And I'll just flip the video, that's not a problem. If I have it coming in from the top there, then we can do this without bonking the camera and me feeling ever so encroached upon, claustrophobic. Oh look, there's a nice shot of the out of focus shot, but there's a shot of the screwdriver in action on. You see it all here, guys. So we're just going to cinch these down. I suppose we should have a little look around the tyre just to make sure everything stayed seated nice. This has stayed seated really, really well. I have found with these little pieces of rubber, it's not a problem. But yeah, there was a piece in the first unboxing video of these tyres, not unboxing, but first, was it in one of the RC mail times where I was showing these off? And there was a piece of rubber that was so well stuck to the side of the tyre that I actually thought we'd got a moulding defect. And it wasn't, it was just like a little piece of tyre that had been sliced off at the factory to clean up the mould, I guess. And there it was on the side of the tyre. If I can find an image of it, I'll throw it in now. Right, so there we go. As you see, no bubble juice, just a little bit of manipulation of the tyre. I'll tell you what we can do. As this is forming part of the Revolt build, we'll get these undone and I will mount the brass hub extender adapter and then I'll be back with you shortly. In case you were wondering, everything is an afterthought here. I thought you might like to see the weight. So this is the weight with the brass SLW or brass hub extender, brass hub adapter, 161 grams, and this is without. So as you can see, we're adding like 17 grams, not a lot, but it is still a little bit of extra weight up the front. And it will change the offset ever so slightly. This will give us a slightly more negative. I can never remember. Yeah. So it's gonna suck the wheel in a little bit more. So that's more positive. It's gonna give us a slightly more positive. So what I might do actually, chaps, let me just see what I've got. These are longer, aren't they? Right, yes. So what we might do is use this on the rear and that one. What's the difference? 32 and 25. So this is 7 grams heavier. We might put this, and these are ever so slightly wider, and that should give us that compy, you know, wider front, thinner rear doohickey. So off camera, I'm going to do that. In case you were wondering how these are doing, this is the ongoing review of this tool that I bought a set of. I have the 1.5, the 2, the 2.5, the 3, and the 4. I think it might have the 4mm, and there was some box drivers with it as well. The ergonomics are very good, lots of grip. I did have to Loctite these down with some purple Loctite just to stop those coming undone, but apart from that, the tips are wearing very, very well. The titanium coating hasn't worn off very quickly like some of the cheaper ones can do, but it was cheap. So it wasn't an expensive set. If you're looking for a set of drivers and you can't afford MIP stuff, but you'd like to get towards MIP performance, I doubt these perform as well as an MIP, but they might be close, and they're a lot less money. I'll leave a description. I won't leave a description. I'll leave a link in the description for those. And as I said earlier, it doesn't cost you anything to use our links, but it really helps the channel. But when I'm building stuff, I like to use the speed bit. Yeah, we got them too. There'll be a link down there for those as well. If, like me, you've got old hands, I've got arthritis quite badly, and if I do too much screwing, much to the dismay of the RC mummy, if I do too much screwing, I'm a cripple for days. Before I forget, guys, these speed bits haven't been in use anywhere near as long as the drivers that I'm recommending. So as for long-term use, I can't speak to these yet. But do you know what? They're inexpensive enough. If you're looking for a set of titanium coated speed bits to go with the drivers, then just pick some of these up. I will follow up, like if I get any problems, of course I'll let you guys know, but first impressions are very good. So I have the clutch set very low on my speed bit driver, so that they don't do the tightening that I do, because that's how you strip stuff out. There you go. That's the brass SLWs for the rear of the vehicle done. Now I'm going to do the fronts. And for you guys watching the just wheel and tyre part of this, there they are. That is with the large. As you can tell, these were rubbing on the old hubs on the Mias axles, but fortunately they've fixed the hexes and that is no longer a thing. And there is the rear, which is on the slightly thinner. So this will be a little bit more tucked on the rear. Nice. These tyres feel really, really good. Once they've broken in a little bit and they've sort of got to their optimum setup in terms of what am I trying to say? So once the Crawler Canyon says once the insert and the tyre have become acquainted, and why would I look for another phrase when I feel like that is a really good one? So yeah, that's the Moza 2.2. It's a 575, and so far so good. Let's get them out. We're going to test them now, actually, for those of you that are watching the tyre part of this, the tyre and wheel alone part. I'm going to try and find a rig that I can throw them on, that we've got enough clearance so we can have a go at the impossible climb. The impossible climb. For the tyre testing portion of this video, we don't have a rig big enough to run these tyres. However, Gladius is going to whip her body off and do her best. So the next part of the video, she won't be running a body, and we won't have to look at that, because I know part of me is thinking like the big mud bogging type vehicles, and the other part of me is feeling like a child again, which is not really a bad thing, is it? Let's get out to the tree without your body, Gladys, and we'll give these tyres a whirl. So there we go. There is Gladys ready for action with without her body. Bless her. Do you know what? They're just so massive. They look ridiculous. So I'm going to try to come in like the most ridiculous way I know how, because we're expecting a thing. Oh, get out the way, little guy. My goodness. I never know whether the camera isn't. It's like flattening the thing, which is just making that look really easy. But that, guys, that is an incredible pull. These tyres, like the 1.9s are good, and like this rig is completely terribly optimised for this. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, no practice runs, guys. No fiddling, no finagling. Like, everything you've seen is what's happened. Can we come over even further? Like, if we can get it there. Set the camera down so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. Just going to adjust the camera slightly, guys, so we get the best possible shot of what's going on. Yeah, I'm going to focus the camera there. So let's see if we can get in over here. Oh, mind out, little guy. Try not to run even little insects over. It's a little life, isn't it? I try to be respectful of all life, no matter what. So that's a geometry thing. Oh, I think he just got run over. Sorry, little dude. Go and have another go. So the panhard setup on this, that Mr. Canyon would be horrified at how badly the panhard setup is done, and we're using a negative spring. So if we wasn't unloading like we are, Yeah, there she goes. And I'm trying to do the lines that we have to do with other vehicles, but I don't think I need to. I think there's just enough traction to just pull it. That's crazy. These tyres are insanely sticky. Let's bring you around the back, guys. Mind blown, absolutely no wonder. So I think Rhino were like, you know, where's the video? Because these did come out, guys. I didn't pay for these. I made a contribution towards the shipping because, you know, I'm a relatively small channel and so on. But I think, you know, like the Rhino guys were like, you know, hey, when are you going to do a video? I'm like, well, I haven't got a vehicle. I haven't got a vehicle for these tyres because they're so big. I'm building one, which was, you know, my goodness, the wheel speed with these. Yeah, these are good. And that dual stage foam that comes with these, that's what makes these such a good value, in my opinion. You know, they come with a dual stage foam. You don't have to run straight out and buy a dual stage or a 3D printed for these, because the ones that are included, certainly for Gladys, at the weight she runs at, you're just going to be good to go. These just go. Oh, we're getting sucked in. Now, you've got to be careful with a tyre with this much stick. If you do get into a bind, she'll try to snap. Oh, yeah, getting... Oh, we're getting in trouble. Oh. There we go. Oh, that was scary. Man, these things are sticky. I can't wait to see the guy at the canyon get these. Now, Crawler Canyon is going to be out with these at some point, and I'm really looking forward to it, because he has much more sample size, you know. My goodness. Yeah, like for me though, I'd say just go buy some. How much time a day? When I'm working, so I don't work every day, but when I'm working like 10 or 12 hours a day,